Hi everyone, welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the latest patch notes for the game, and this lines in nicely with Chinese New Year as well. So this is called a Gilded Dawn, Tong-Shi's Renewal, and looking forward to seeing what the game has in store for us. Once again, a really nice piece of artwork here as always for these patch notes and for Diablo games in general. They always have really cool artwork. So let's take a look. We wish you abundance in Sanctuary, adventurer. With fireworks lighting the sky in celebration and loved ones in our company, we turn our attention to the new year before us. May it unravel to reveal happiness, luck and fond memories for us to look back on. We wish you a happy Lunar New Year. Okay, so we've got the maintenance starting on January the 21st from 4 PM to 6 PM PST. We've got the areas mentioned here, and then for Americas it's January the 22nd from 12 AM to 2 AM PST. So after that time, the information in this patch notes will go live unless there's some specific dates mentioned. What do we have in store for us? We've got Tong-Shi's Renewal. It's a limited time event. Hunter's Moon Phantom Gallery. New limited time event Gem Surge. Well, that's interesting. There's going to be a Tong-Shi's Gem Trial. We've got a new Phantom Market, Celestial Serpents. Helpful familiars during Tong-Shi's Renewal. There's some balance changing, returning events, feature updates, and we'll look forward to seeing what bug fixes they're going to be implemented into the game. So first of all, let's take a look at this Tong-Shi's Renewal limited time event, and really detailed piece of artwork here. I love this. So this is really, really cool. You've got the tree in the middle as well, and it's very symmetric in the middle bit, which is quite nice. Tong-Shi, a god of Zion pantheon, invites you to his renewal. A call to bask in the fading glow of a finished year. Begin the cycle anew and welcome a new year with open arms and optimism. So I wonder if this is going to be same as last year's event. And for those who are new to the game, this is a fun one. It's quite nice, and hopefully you enjoy this when it does come live. Let's see if there's a bit more information about it. Players can complete up to 5 tasks a day to earn festive rewards, such as red bags and Siams, if I pronounce that properly. The 5 tasks to complete for reward include dungeons, elder rifts, killing elite monsters, bounties, and defeating Jingun once he's been found. So it was most of the content that you're used to doing in the game, like the dungeons, elder rifts, elite monsters. You're going to be doing that anyway, and as you do those tasks in the game, you'll get these rewards that you will need for this event, and you'll also be able to defeat Jingun once you found him and do that raid. I remember it being really easy, but it looks quite nice. So you'll get the red bags and the other item you need for this one, and there's no limit to the number of times you can complete these task rewards, but there's a weekly limit. There's 30 red bags and 100 of the Siams each week that Tong-Shi Renewal is active. So you can give these red bags to friends or clan members, and it says you'll not only receive rewards when you open the red bag sent to you, but you'll also receive rewards for sending the bags. So it's kind of similar to the Christmas event when you sent the cards and you got them back and you got rewards from them. So it's just trying to spread that blessing of the Chinese New Year celebrations really, and they're trying to, bring some of that spirit in the game, which is really nice that they've done that. So you'll receive the following rewards. So we get 1-star legendary gem, 2-star legendary gems, 3-star legendary gems, and 3 rare crests. So that's pretty decent. You can't complain. It's a pretty easy event as well. You don't really have to do too much. Just play the game as usual and just send and receive those items. Okay, so it did mention that you have to face Jingun, who is the Eater of Mountains. And this is an example of what the screen may look like. So there'll be a Tong-Shi's Renewal tab, and then here you'll be able to find a raid or create a raid to defeat Jingun, Eater of Mountains, and he is a very easy boss, but he looks quite cool. He's emerging once again, find the reincarnated beast and defeat it. So it's really cool that here they've got a Telluric Pearl as one of the rewards. Hopefully that's still the case when it comes live in the game, because that would be really, really good. And I'm not going to complain getting a free easy pearl just like that for a first clear. So look forward to this event coming in the game, and it's saying January 22nd to February 13th. Band together with fellow adventurers and hunt down the fabled terror Jingun, Eater of Mountains. While the hunt for Jingun is afoot, you can complete a daily task that transports you outside of the world of Sanctuary to locate signs of Jingun, which reward you with gold, scrap and dust. So yeah, it does say here, it's actually confirmed, you'll get 1 Telluric Pearl and a legendary item. Defeating each time after that grant 2 bags for Tong-Shi's Renewal. Okay, that's good. So Fractured Plane is going to be changing for this Lunar Year event. In this Return of Fractured Plane, you'll have the chance to pick from 2 available build options when entering. You'll also have randomized fixes and modifiers similar to when playing Elder Rifts. So this is something which I touched upon on some of the previous videos I did and patch notes. I did keep saying that Fractured Plane is one of my favourite events, and it would be nice if they did concentrate on it more and they didn't forget it. And I hope they did sort of tweak it a little bit now and then when it does come around, because it is a fantastic PvE event, and I'm glad they're doing this. So it's cool, you'll be able to pick from 2 available builds, and look forward to seeing what they're going to be like. So that's really good, happy with that. Okay, then we've got the Hunter's Moon Phantom Gallery. The Hunter's Moon Gallery is a festive way for players to acquire legendary gems, legendary crests, gem fragments and more. So this is starting on January the 22nd. Using Litra will purchase the ability to draw 1 item at random from the available item pool. There are 10 items total, and each can only be acquired once. Each time you draw an item, the cost of the next draw will increase. Performing 10 draws guarantees that you will receive all available items in the pool. So you have to be careful with this one because it can suck you in quite easily and can be a bit dangerous. So just, yeah, be careful with this one. Try to go for ones which are fairly easy to get to. So hopefully if it doesn't take too many rolls to get legendary crests, maybe it's worth going for those ones. It might be a bit trickier to get the Masterwork Gem selection chest, but we'll see when it comes live. I might give it a go, maybe. But yeah, this is nice. It's just another chance to get some orbs and legendary crests and try your luck if you're willing to do so. The Builder's Beacon, which can be used to create a portal to the Elder Rift, can be used for 60 days. For those that earned the Firework Vendor contract from last year's Lunar Splendor Phantom Gallery, you can once again paint the sky with the Spirited Celebration. That's really cool because I've still got mine from last year, and it does a really nice sort of fireworks celebration and a peacock in the middle that everyone can see. And yeah, it's really, really nice to show that one off. So I'm glad they're bringing that festive fun into the game and letting us actually reuse last year's one as well. And you use Eternal Orbs to get Litra to use in this sort of gambling event. And any unspent Litra will be removed once the Phantom Gallery event ends. So if you do end up getting them, just make sure you use them up. Better off just maybe going for the 20 rare crests and the bound gem fragments, because obviously they're 74.8% and 22.1%. So maybe it's worth it definitely going for those 2. And the others just depending on how much you want to put into the game, really. But it's going to take a while to get them. It might be costly. Okay, so there's this new limited time event, which is Gem Surge. This guy looks a bit shocked by getting this... Is that a blood-soaked jade? A Horadric alchemists have discovered a breakthrough in their mastery of gemcraft, and you can now better increase the potency of these potent gems. So from 22nd of January to February the 13th, you'll be able to earn polished jade to upgrade your legendary gems to 3, 4 and 5 star quality. Okay. Earn progress in Gem Surge by using eternal and legendary crests, spending obols in the Phantom Market and Litra in the Phantom Gallery. There is also a weekly login reward that will give users progress in the event as well. Okay, so this I am interested in. The total earnable amount of polished jade for this event is 22. Keep this in mind if you're eyeing the upgrade to a 5-star, 5 quality gem. Because my Starfire Shard is 3 stars out of 5 stars, and I've not been able to find a 4-star or 5-star drop yet since I've been playing. It's a gem that I want to keep, and I'd like to, keep progressively upgrading it. But I'm just not finding a 4-star, and they're really expensive in the market, and probably not going to get one via a drop. This may be a good way to actually bump up those stars, if I understand this one properly. These are the following costs to upgrade your legendary gem. So a 5-star legendary 2 quality to 5-star legendary 3 quality is 1 polished jade. A 5-star legendary 3 quality, which is what I have, to a 5-star legendary 4 quality is 7. And a 5-star legendary 4 quality to 5-star legendary 5 quality is 22 polished jades. Okay, that's really interesting. I wonder if you can go from Yeah, I think you should be able to go from the 3 to 4 quality, and then that's not going to work because you need the 22 to go from the 4 to 5. And you're only allowed to have 22 polished jades as a maximum for this event. So you either have to decide if you want to go from the 4 to 5 star quality, or if you want to do some of the lower ones. So you can do like 2, 3 quality to 4 qualities, for example. Okay, that's really interesting. This is really cool, actually, and I am excited about this. This might finally give me a chance to get the star quality up on some of my gems. So yeah, really, really happy about that one. That's quite a cool one, actually. Tong-Shi's gem trial, a seasonal generosity has swept across the land. The ability to harness powerful legendary gems is in full effect across every tavern and back alley keep. From January 22nd to February the 13th, you'll be able to try out the maximum power of selected legendary gems. Oh, okay, so this is cool. Duration will last 3 hours. So Golden Firmament, Rolling Consequence, More of the Deep, Stormvault, and Heart of the Wolf, which is strange because it used to be called Wolfheart. Yeah, that's quite cool if you did want to try some of these out to its maximum. Celestial Serpents Phantom Market. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, interesting. Yeah, very nice. Very, oriental theme to it, so matching up with the lunar year. I like the little serpent on that gun type crossbow thing. That's quite cool. Do not gaze directly into the serpent's eye. You may never return from its stare. A new Phantom Market is offering a cosmetic set celebrating the lunar year. Starts on 22nd of January. So you have to use those obols. Player will purchase the ability to draw 1 item at random from the available item pool. There are 10 items total, and each can only be acquired once. Each time you draw an item, the cost of the next draw will increase. So this is our next Phantom Market, and let's see what, it'll be interesting to see what this one actually looks like and what special effects it's going to have on the character and how it compares to some of the previous ones. I will see what it looks like on the Necromancer. So far, I've not actually gone for any of these before. I'm kind of skipping all of them until there's one I really, really like, and then I'll stick to it. I'm really enjoying the cosmetic that I've got at the moment, the sort of the blue night look, which I really enjoy. So yeah, I'll have a look. Obviously, it's worth getting Enthusiastic Goodbye and maybe some of these Spiritborn weapon ones because the percentage is a lot higher, 60% for the goodbye emoji, so definitely worth getting that one. Okay, Celestial Serpents Tempering and Refining. The Celestial Serpents cosmetic come with a new optional feature to upgrade the appearance of these glided snakes. In exchange for Eternal Orbs, you can choose to either temper or polish your cosmetics. If you have the Celestial Serpents cosmetic unlocked, you'll be able to trade Eternal Orbs to temper and then polish your illustrious garb. Tempering enhances the enchanting appearance of the serpent and changes the colour of your primary attack to match the chosen colour. Polishing introduces a new finisher effect when slaying elites or bosses. A new animation appears to devour your enemy. Okay, that's quite funny. So I like that they're spending a bit more time and detail with the cosmetics, and I've always said this, I really wish Diablo Immortal was just microtransactions for cosmetics only and just sort of gone quite heavy with that, and people would have still spent a lot of money with the cosmetics. You look at Diablo 4 and sort of how much money people are spending on the cosmetics there, and other games that are like that as well. They would have done just fine, and it would have made a really good balanced PvP mode as well, because you won't be getting sort of like these overpowered people that are just stomping over you, but it is what it is. But this is quite a nice way to sort of customize your gear as well in your cosmetic if you want to temper or polish your garb. That's quite cool. So it looks like they're making another change to the familiars during Tong-Shi's renewal as well. It says helpful familiars. Okay, so what is this all about? Like any great companion by your side, familiars are happiest when they can help with tasks. While Tong-Shi's renewal is active, familiars will be able to complete bounty tasks. Oh, cool. So you can send them on bounties now as well. So that's really good. I think I did mention this in one of the previous patch notes that I hope they introduce more things that we can do with familiars. Maybe even sending them out to get monstrous essences and gold and, you know, a few things that we usually get in the game. Just sending them out and come back after a few hours, you get, you know, 5 monstrous essences or something like that. It's something which I think they're going to probably do. They might be trialing this with the bounties because it's limited time. I reckon they might be trialing it and seeing what the player feedback is like. They have got a lot of open spots in this map as well. So I reckon we'll get to a stage where you can sort of zoom around in this map and move it around and send the pets onto various events and sort of expeditions to do things for us. So I'm really glad that they're continuing on with this feature. I love that we can send the pets out to a cursed tower. It means I don't have to farm those chests, and I can send the pets out during the day, overnight, and it will come back and get me the rewards for those chests. By Friday, I would have easily capped those, and I don't have to worry about doing them late in the week if I'm busy or anything like that. So fantastic. I'm glad they're doing this. Got some balance changes for classes coming up as well. So for Barbarian, Undying Rage is changing. Barbarians can no longer move or stop battleground idols using Undying Rage. I'm happy with that. Crackle fell. Damage increased by 26%. You got Breaker's Will has been buffed as well. Has it been buffed actually? The Barrier of Earth now has life equal to 250% of the Barbarian's life and can be attacked and destroyed. Okay, right. Grim Roost. Healing increased from 3% to 6% of damage done. Okay. Demon Hunter. You've got Agony Spectre. The targeting range has gone up by 28%. Twisted Word. The multi-shot explosion damage has gone up by 20% as well. So Demon Hunter should be happy with that. Flayer's Banquet. The Shatter Armor effect has increased from 4 to 7%. Brutal Temperance. Piercing round damage increase. Wow. And for knockback shots, distance increase. So this is a really, really cool update for Demon Hunters. They should be really happy with these increases that they've made to the game. Okay, for Necromancer, Black Wall, Skeletal Mage, damage has increased by 22%. Fantastic. I'm going to be using Black Wall quite a lot. I've been using it before as well. I know I did a video with the Spectral Mages as well, just to see what they were like, and I do use them under certain situations, but I do go back to Black Wall when it comes to like Brawl and like other events as well. I'm going to probably take them into Challenge Rifts now as well and see how they get on again, and having maximum of 6 of them. And also in dungeons as well. The damage increase is something I'm really, really happy with, especially as a nerfed parting gift, which I wasn't happy with at all. Tempest, no second chances, additional damage increased by 18%, and Wizard, shock damage increased by 29%. So really, really good updates there. And well, I guess unless you're a Barbarian and you've got a bit of a debuff there, but for some of these other ones, is some really, really cool changes. I was a bit nervous when it came to the Necromancer one, but I'm really happy because it's a essence which I do use as well. Okay, what do we have for returning events? So obviously we've got Fractured Plane coming back, which I've mentioned, but this time it's going to be a Tong-Shi's version of it. Alley of Blood is coming back. All Clans on Deck's coming back as well. And we've also got Trial of the Hordes, Into the Dark Wood, which is a 7-day event. I think that just gets some really easy loot. And we've got Tong-Shi Survivor's Bane. Okay, so I think they're going to make some adjustments to Survivor's Bane to match with this lunar event. Conqueror and Hungry Moon is all coming back. So yeah, we've got dates of when all of those events are coming. Okay, let's have a look at the feature update. So Resonance Cap increase, as if I want it to increase anymore. The resonance cap has been increased to 13,024. Oh, okay. People are going to start spending again. I think they're in need of some cash from the whales, and they're increasing this resonance cap. This is a bit of a greedy change. From bonuses due to embedded legendary gems and rank 10 legendary gems. Once you reach the 13,000 mark, you'll gain a new tier of resonant wings. Okay. Darkwood and Ancient's Cradle monster changes. We're increasing the monster density and rate at which they respawn in certain areas within the Darkwood and Ancient's Cradle. Happy hunting. That's quite cool. Anything they do to improve open world. I do still wish they would introduce more things into open world, like more world events, more bosses, some really cool chests which drop actually decent items, like maybe guaranteed monstrous essences or legendary gear. That would be really cool. Conditional drop rate. Increased drop rates of 5-star legendary gems. This is something which I am interested in. So from January 22nd to February the 13th, if you use 30 eternal legendary crests or legendary crests in a row and haven't received a 5-star legendary gem, you'll gain a bonus to your drop rate starting with the 31st legendary crest. Is this a permanent change? The drop rate will be increased by 2.25% on your 31st attempt and will increase cumulatively for each subsequent attempt. Should you reach your 41st attempt, the drop rate is then increased to 4.5% per attempt. Your 50th attempt drop rate is guaranteed to grant a 5-star legendary gem. Okay, this I am happy with as well. I've had some really bad luck with legendary gems. Even this week, I ran about 40-ish and I didn't get anything. And luckily, that was just before the Mirror Jewels event. So when I did run the Mirror Jewels event, I had some luck. Before that, I ran about 20 or 30 and I didn't get anything. And it is quite depressing, to be honest, especially when you save up that amount of crests or even buy them in bundles and they just go to waste and you don't even get some 2-star ones at sometimes as well. So I am happy with this going into this year. It's just a shame that actually no, I have got quite a few crests actually saved up. So I did use up about 13 or 20 today, but I've got enough still for when this event comes around. Display of left and right rings update. Left and right rings now have their icons orientated in different directions for better readability. You know, this used to bug me quite a lot, even since the start of the game, that the rings were just in the same direction and it was just bugging me. So it's just really funny because it's one of the least things probably anyone requested in the game, and it's something which is so small that does actually make a big difference when you actually look at your character. It just makes sense of one ring facing one way, one ring facing the other way, just like, you know, like the bracelets. And I'm glad they're making that change. I'm going to be happy with it. It's the small things which make me happy. Armory UI improvements. We've added a new filter option to the armory. Missing equipment gets automatically replaced with same name items. So you now have the option to only save set items to your loadout. Yeah, that's quite cool as well. Any improvements to the armory is appreciated. So yeah, thanks for doing that. Immortal sigil changes. For Immortals, when you turn in your sigils, you can now turn multiples in at one time rather than needing to do them one at a time. That's quite good. We usually have to wait until Saturdays to hand in our sigils as Immortals when you have 36 dominance. And by that time, you may have 60 to 80 to hand in. And you do have to keep clicking that button like the whole time. It's quite nice seeing the bar slowly go up, and you can see that you are making a difference, but it does take a lot of time. It is nice that you could just now hand all of them in at once. So yeah, that's a cool change. Nice quality of life update. Survivor's Bane update. This UI change indicates which classes a chosen skills are from. Developers note, the intent behind this change is that Survivor's Bane has internal achievements for upgrading 2 skills from a single class fully during a single session to unlock a skill which can be used in future sessions. This change is intended to make it easier to know which skills belong to which class in case players aren't certain. So this is something which I am actually happy about, because when Survivor's Bane first came out, and the first few times it came out, I remember trying to get all of the achievements for it. And there were certain icons for the skills that I didn't quite know what they were. And then there I was kind of switching tabs, trying to Google the skills to figure out if it was a monk one or a barbarian one, because I haven't played the other classes, so I'm not really aware on what the symbols look like. So I was there just Googling and like switching tabs. And because I did that, there was some technical difficulties when I did go back to Survivor's Bane, and it would sort of kick me out with a connection timeout. And it was really annoying. So this is really good because now you'll know, oh, I've picked 2 monk skills. That means I maybe need another monk skill to actually complete that one. Or I've got 2 Blood Knight ones. I need to look out for another Blood Knight ones. Actually, the Blood Knight ones are quite easy to identify because just mostly blood. But some of the other classes like monk, barbarian ones, crusader, it might be trickier for people to know which is linked to which class. So I actually like that change. So yeah, good job for them to doing that. Dismantling set items at the blacksmith quality of life. Okay, so this is interesting. What they're going to do here. When dismantling your items at the blacksmith, there is now an option to select multiple set items when dismantling. Yeah, that's a fairly cool change. Makes things a bit quicker at the blacksmith. Approved. Friends list updates. We fixed a bug in the friends list which caused characters to be cut off too early. That happens to me as well. I'm talking to somebody, logging the next day, and that conversation's gone. I didn't reply to them, so I don't know who the person was and who I was speaking to. It was a bit of a shame. Cinematic mute option. We've added an option to mute the opening cinematic that autoplays when your game is updating. Doesn't happen too often. I don't mind about it, but yeah, fair enough. You can mute that one. Somebody must have complained about that, of course. 2 additional stash tabs. Yay, we get more stash tabs for people who are getting ready to pre-farm for Paragon 700, I bet. That's probably one of the reasons they're adding this change. We've added 2 additional stash tabs for purchase. Oh god, for purchase? Really? Which cost 2,000 platinum each. Alright, fair enough. Guess it's only 2,000. That's like the cost of selling 2 2-star gems or something like that. But Okay, yeah, I'll probably end up getting them. Okay, then we've got Terror Reign, monster health change. We've reduced the health of monsters, including the Lord of Terror himself, in the quest Terror's Reign. What? Okay, that's a bit of a letdown. Okay, I have noticed a lot of people in World Chat who are struggling with Diablo for some reason. They said they can't kill him and his health keeps him going up. And I've noticed this quite frequently over the last few weeks, actually. So maybe this is, I don't know, some adjustment based on that feedback that they've seen. But I didn't think the health was that bad. But if this helps out any newer players to actually finish this Terror Reign, then yeah, fair enough. I've done the quest anyway, but those who are yet to do the quest, you're going to have an easier time now. Quest UI updates when completing a side quest. If any story adventures are unlocked in the current scene, the unlocked quest name and steps to unlock will now be displayed. Okay, that's quite nice. A bit of an improvement there. Okay, a new way to earn Reforged Stone. So this is really interesting. We've added the option to earn a Reforged Stone by purchasing them from Lieutenant Fizraya in Westmarch and from participating in Battlegrounds. That's really good. And I haven't really had as much time to play Battlegrounds, which means I'm lacking on Reforged Stones. And I don't really have much luck when it comes to Reforged Stones anyway. But there are some that I do want to swap around and change up. So it's nice that they've given us additional ways to get these Reforged Stones. So really cool update here. Oh, what's this? Necromancer Summons update. We have fixed some rare cases of the Necromancer Summons despawning. Ah, okay, so this actually was a bug. I actually had a comment on one of my videos where somebody was mentioning that one of the summons was just going away and they weren't sure why. That's exactly what must be happening here then. I haven't noticed it too much, but pretty cool patch for Necromancers, to be honest. They've fixed this bug and they've increased the damage of the Black Wall summons by 22%. And bug fixes, we'll probably see them tomorrow. And that is it for this video. Just going over those patch notes and seeing what we have in store. It's the first time I looked at this and going through them, so they were my initial thoughts. Overall, I think this is absolutely fantastic update. I really like what I'm reading here, especially some of the balance changes and for Necromancer as well and some of the other classes. The Lunar event's going to be really fun. The ability to upgrade the stars of your legendary gems by collecting 22 of those items that I mentioned, that's really cool as well. And yeah, some of these feature updates are really interesting as well. So they've got some nice feature updates. I'm glad they're continuing to improve on the game and make these updates, listen to player feedback, and it's just going to make the game better overall. That is pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed listening to the update notes there and seeing what we have in store. Let me know in the comment section what you are excited about the most out of all of this. It's going to be a really good update. Looking forward to this coming in game. So yeah, thanks for watching or listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.